Welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. In a world where motorcycles are becoming more automated, more digital, more alike, there's still a small, defiant voice that rises from the underground, a voice that refuses to be diluted by mass production or buried under layers of electronic ride raids. That voice belongs to Confederate motorcycles, and in 2025, it comes roaring to life again with something absolutely unforgettably the new Confederate Wraith. This motorcycle isn't built to be mainstream. It isn't designed to please the crowd or win comfort awards. It doesn't apologize for being loud, heavy, mechanical, and intimidating. In fact, that's exactly what it celebrates. The 2025 Wraith is a pure mechanical experience, a machine that looks like it was pulled from the sketchbook of a dystopian science fiction dream and forged in the fire of old-school American muscle tradition. It's both a tribute to the roots of motorcycling and a radical reimagining of what a motorcycle can be. At the heart of the Wraith is something truly primal, a massive 132 cubic inch air-cooled V-twin engine. That's 2,163 cc of hand-built American torque, pushing out a raw and relentless 170 horsepower with an equally staggering 160 pounds-to-feet of torque. There's no hiding the engine, no tucking it behind plastic fairings or muffling its voice. It's exposed, it's proud, and it roars like a beast with every twist of the throttle. This engine isn't just the power plant, it's the soul of the bike. It shakes, it rumbles, it vibrates through your arms, through your spine, through your chest. Riding this bike is a full-body experience. It doesn't whisper, it growls. It doesn't glide, it charges. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about how those numbers feel when you hit the open road. You don't just hear the engine, you feel it, deep in your bones, like thunder rolling through your ribcage. You feel the torque kicking you forward as the massive rear wheel digs into the pavement and propels you into a blur of speed and sound. It's violent, it's beautiful, and it's unlike anything else on two wheels. The frame that holds this monster together is no less impressive. Confederate's signature structural backbone chassis is crafted from aerospace-grade billet aluminum, milled with surgical precision and hand-finished until it gleams with raw industrial beauty. It's a frame that isn't just strong, it's sculptural. Every weld, every cut, every curve is left visible, honest, and purposeful. There's no fake carbon fiber, no unnecessary bodywork, no plastic to hide behind. The bike is what it is, bold, brutal, unfiltered. This frame isn't just for show either, it provides outstanding rigidity, delivering a ride that's taut, controlled, and incredibly stable. And even though this machine looks massive and muscular, it's surprisingly agile thanks to clever weight distribution and the use of lighter weight materials like carbon fiber wheels and minimalist body panels. The entire motorcycle weighs in at just under 500 pounds dry, and when you're on the move, it feels planted, balanced, and precise. The suspension is one of the most visually striking elements on the Wraith. Up front, you've got a double wishbone girder-style fork that looks like a piece of industrial art. It's not your traditional telescopic fork, and it's definitely not something you'll find on a common cruiser or cafe racer. This suspension design isn't just eye-catching, it separates braking and suspension forces, providing a smoother, more consistent ride, especially under heavy deceleration. It takes a few rides to get used to the unique feedback and handling feel, but once you connect with it, it feels utterly natural, responsive, direct, and confidence-inspiring. At the rear, a high-performance adjustable monoshock keeps things tight, delivering enough comfort for long highway hauls while still giving you razor-sharp control in corners. Braking, as you'd expect, is handled by high-end components. Brembo monoblock calipers grab onto large dual front rotors with ferocious bite. The stopping power is immediate, smooth, and progressive. You'll need that kind of braking, too, because when a bike delivers this kind of torque and mass, you want to know you've got absolute control over bringing it back down to reality. And yet, despite all this power, all this mechanical aggression, the Wraith is never chaotic. It's intense, yes. Demanding, definitely. But there's a strange serenity in the way it flows, a rhythm to how it moves. It doesn't fight you, it challenges you. It requires respect, but if you give it that, it rewards you with an experience that's more visceral, more alive, and more personal than anything digital ever could. The wheels, finished in lighter weight carbon fiber, reduce unsprung mass and help the bike feel more nimble than its size suggests. Wrapped in sticky high-performance rubber, These wheels grip hard and feel planted, whether you're cruising city streets or attacking tight switchbacks. The combination of aggressive geometry, solid suspension, and low center of gravity make the Wraith surprisingly capable through cornices, something you might not expect when you first see its muscular, almost intimidating stance. And then there's the designer, the real showstopper. The Wraith is unlike any other motorcycle in the world. It doesn't follow trends. It doesn't chase beauty. It defines its own aesthetic. There's a brutal elegance to it, a mechanical poetry in its exposed bolts, raw aluminum, industrial curves, and machined edges. It looks like a war machine, like it was built in a bunker, designed not for the showroom but for the battlefield. It's beautiful in the way a fighter jet is beautiful, and not because it's polished, but because it's purposeful. From every angle, the Wraith commands attention. The skeletal frame, the girder fork, the low-slung seat, the minimal bodywork, all of it comes together in a design that feels both futuristic and ancient, alien and classic. The LED lighting is discreet but sharp, giving it a ghostly presence at night, while the hand-stitched leather seat adds a touch of artisan craftsmanship to the otherwise industrial vibe. The control layout is clean and precise. Every lever, switch, and dial is machined from solid billet. The grips are ergonomic but minimalist, and the digital instrument cluster provides just the information you need: a speed, RPM, temperature, and nothing more, nothing less. There's no connectivity suite, no touch screen, no distracting infotainment system. The Spike isn't interested in Bluetooth pairing or GPS directions. It's interested in the road, the engine, and you. And that's what makes the Wraith so special. It strips riding back to its most essential form. You, the machine, and the open road. No filters. No frills. Just raw mechanical energy translated into motion. It's an experience that modern bikes have started to lose a sense of engagement, of imperfection, of challenge. And for the rider who seeks that, who wants a motorcycle that's more than transportation, who wants something with soul, the Wraith delivers in spades. This bike isn't for everyone. It's not designed to be. It's expensive. It's demanding. It requires attention, skill, and respect. But for those who connect with it, it becomes more than a motorcycle, it becomes an obsession. Every Wraith is hand-built, and no two are exactly alike. Each one is crafted to order, with finishes, materials, and touches chosen by the rider in collaboration with Confederate's engineers and designers. You're not just buying a bike here, you're commissioning a piece of mechanical artwork. A moving sculpture. A one-of-a-kind masterpiece forged by some of the most passionate builders in the industry. And that exclusive at your broken bar, that rare at your broken bar, it's part of the allure. You don't see a Confederate Wraith at every stoplight. You don't hear that engine note on every highway. You don't share your ride with 100 others. You own something unique. Something personal. Something real. In a time when so much of our world is digital, disposable, and mass-produced, the 2025 Confederate Wraith stands proudly apart. It's analog. It's emotional. It's rebellious. It doesn't ask for your approval, it dares you to understand it. And if you do broken bar, if you truly get what this machine is all about, a broken bar, you'll never see motorcycles the same way again. Thanks for watching, and wait for the next video,